Okay guys, I'm pretty sure we found out who the baby daddy is, and let me tell you, you are not ready for this. So my sister came home for the weekend and she was helping me do some sleuthing on Facebook, and she was like, we can figure this out. And I was like, okay, so let me know what you think. We start on Jane's Facebook. Okay, we go all the way down. We can't see anything. There is nothing significant, nothing at all. A couple days ago, she had posted a picture of the baby, and the caption said, his first, middle, and last name is a happy baby. I kept scrolling. I truly saw it and didn't think that much of it. Well, my sister, when we were on her Facebook, she goes, look, and she points it out, and the baby's got a different last name. So the baby had originally taken Don's last name because Don thought it was his kid. So he took Don's last name. Well, now it's a different last name. I don't know if she legally changed it or if she just posted it on Facebook. But we were like, look at this. The baby has a different last name. We're like, that's very, very interesting. So it's so in my area, there's a large Finnish population, and in their culture, in their religion, they don't believe in birth control. So there are enormous families in my area. 15, 16, 23 kids. I think the largest family in the area was 23 kids. So you have to remember, kids that were in families of like 14, 15 that I went to school with are now on their 8th or 9th kid. So this last name might be unique to you, but in my area, it's a very common last name, very well used last name. Like sometimes when women in the area get married, they don't need to change their last name. And it's not because they're related to these people, but it's because they've been having families and families and families and families and families and families of such large populations for so many years that they just have the same last name and they're not related. Like, so this is a very common last name. So anyways, I honestly was like, oh, that's the end of that. There are so many people with this last name, like we're not going to be able to figure it out. And she was like, no, have a little faith. So we go into Facebook, and on the search, we search just the last name. So we're searching and searching and searching. We're trying to find someone that maybe Jane would vibe with, right? Someone around her age, somebody that we thought would be like, that she might be attracted to. We were just kind of looking, just trying to see if anyone stood out to us. And sure enough, she goes, wait, and she stops and she points. Okay, now the baby's first name is a very unique name. It's interesting. It's not ugly by any, I'm not trying to say that. It's just unique. I don't hear that name often. Like Zane, my son's name is Zane. You don't hear that name often. I love that name. It's unique, just like her baby's name. Very unique, cute, just unique. Haven't heard it before. The middle name is a very common name. We'll just say David, but it's a very, very common name. Lots of people have this name. And then the new last name, right? Well, this guy had the same last name as the baby, and his first name was the baby's middle name. So we'll say David. The guy's name was David. And we were like, oh my gosh, isn't that a little interesting? Maybe not correlated. Like I said, it's a super common name. Like lots of people have this name, and it's a very good middle name. So it could be not related, but just interesting. Just, a little tip we wanted to follow. So we click on his Facebook, and nothing exciting. Absolutely not. He's unmarried, no kids. He's got a business, a car detailing business. Go scrolling down. He's just posting memes all the time. And I was about to give up. And my sister was like, no. We've got to keep looking, because this is just too interesting. So he's got this car detailing business, and she had this idea, well, let's go look and see if Jane ever left any reviews, if Jane ever got any services from him, because then, they're friends on Facebook, but, I don't know if I said this, they're all friends. This guy is friends with Don and John and Jane, so they're all four of them are friends on Facebook. Maybe not in real life. You know how Facebook is, especially in small towns. You might have just heard of this person, or you knew them many, many, many years ago, so you're friends with them. So I don't know, but they are all related. So we go down in the business, and come to find out, right around the time that she would have gotten pregnant, she tagged his business and said, thank you so much for detailing my car. You did a great job. Go to this guy, go to David if you ever need your car cleaned, right? So we were like, that is interesting. It is interesting. It might not be correlated, but there is something there. So then we were like, let's go back to his Facebook again and see if we can decode anything, if there's anything interesting, right? So we go all the way down, right to about the time the baby was born, because we thought if anything would be posted, it'd be around that time. Come to find out, the day before the baby was born, posting like normal, all his memes, posting 20 times a day, right? The day the baby was born and that entire week, nothing, no posts. Now remember, she was in the hospital with Dawn. So this could not be related. It might not be related at all, but it could be It could be related. I don't know. I just think that's very, very, very interesting. So just to recap, we go on Jane's Facebook. We see that the baby's last name has been changed to a different last name. We search the last name. We find a guy with the same last name. And the guy's first name is the same name as the baby's middle name. We go onto his Facebook and see that he's got a car detailing business that Jane utilized right around the time she would have gotten pregnant. Around the week the baby was born, his Facebook was silent. There was nothing, and that was very unusual for his Facebook. Also, the business, he is all by himself. This is his own business. I think every once in a while he'll get his brother to help him, or he'll employ some like high school kids in the summer, right? But most of the time it's him taking his big old truck and he goes and he details cars, right? It's just him. The week the baby was born, also nothing. No like, hey, thanks for doing my car. And it could be where he could have went on vacation. You know what I mean? But there was nothing on his business side either. There was no like, thanks for, and he's always getting reviews. He's a very popular guy in the area to go to get your car detailed. He's like the only mobile detail, the only one in the area. So it's, he's pretty popular. But that week he didn't have anything. So it's just very interesting. And I don't know if I'm overthinking it, but I do know that if I were to bring this information, this evidence to court, that would be enough for a probable cause for like some sort of warrant or something like that. It wouldn't be enough to take him to trial, I don't think, and a jury definitely wouldn't find him guilty, but this is definitely enough for a warrant. What do you guys think? Did we find the baby daddy? I don't know.